This week on 49ers Sac-Hi Sports, preseason games are winding down and we have highlights from all around the section. We'll show you Jesuit taking on Granite Bay, Manteca meeting Laguna Creek, and Pleasant Grove facing Bella Vista.
We have exciting girls hoops matchups with McClatchy and Inderkum, soccer with Whitney and Vista del Lago, plus the story of the Vanden basketball player playing this season with a heavy heart. 49ers Sac-Hi Sports starts right now.
Welcome to 49ers Sac-Hi Sports. I'm Aubrey Tolliver.
And I'm Robert Brownstein. We start tonight in Stockton, where crosstown rivals Lincoln and Edison play for bragging rights. The Lincoln Trojans play in that very tough Tri-City Athletic League. Senior Miles Bird is starting for the Trojans since his sophomore year, averaging 13.5 points a game in his career.
Edison plays in the San Joaquin League. Devin Tompkins is averaging a double-double for the Vikings. It's Lincoln and Edison squaring off on Tuesday night. The Edison Vikings and Lincoln Trojans, a big Stockton rivalry game as these two teams face off at Edison Tuesday. Trojans with the opening tip, first possession, Andre Warren throws it up for Miles Bird, who slams it home. Then the San Diego State commit stripping the ball, delivering an unbelievable pass to Darius Goodlow. Wow, the Trojans jump out to a 16-6 lead. The Vikings' John Taylor making his way down court finds Breland Reed. Up ahead, Reed goes in for the reverse, falls hard, but gets the shot to go. The Trojans were tough to stop from three-point range. Warren gives it to Gavin Martinez, who steps back and is given plenty of room to shoot. 46-22, Lincoln leads it at the half. The Vikings cheerleaders are ready for a big second half, but Miles Bird is having none of it. Bird landing the shot from distance and playing defense. San Diego State is getting a good one. Bird to Donez Lindsay to Taylor Bryant Frey, and that one is good for three. 27-point Trojan advantage. Fourth quarter, Edison's John Taylor is there for the block, and the ball is thrown up ahead to Leon Mills. Mills with 3 of his team-high 17. Then it's Elijah Watkins weaving past a defender for the three-point play, but Lincoln was superb. All the way around, Watkins drives to the rack before laying it up and in. Watkins with a double-double. Miles Bird with 26 in the Trojan victory. Bird talks about playing against his crosstown rivals.
For sure, off the court, a lot of my guys are on that team, so it's brotherhood, but on the court, it's business, and we wanted to prove that we're here to play, that we're going to make a run in the playoffs this year. Start off the year, a lot of young guys, so really new, but, I mean, once we go through the year, once our veterans, once we start getting on the young kids, start letting them know how it is, I think end of the year it could be scary.
Nick Pecoraro at the third-place game of the Stan Harms Classic at Folsom High School. We've got El Camino taking on Fortune early college prep, and the Underman Panthers were taking it to the Mighty Eagles early on. That's Tyrese Rose with a nice pull-up, Jay. And then on the break, this time it's Tyree Rose with the beautiful outlet pass to Jaden Wilson down court for the easy bucket, but Fortune was not done. Tyree, I think this one qualifies as a Dickie Vitale dipsy-do for 2. And Fortune leads El Camino 18-9 after the first quarter, but the Eagles make their move in the second. Mateen Rafiq buries a 3 here to start an El Camino run, and then Jalen Newhouse sees a lane and dances through traffic with a nice Euro step. And then in the closing moments of the first half, the Eagles go inside out. Rafiq to Anthony Gutierrez in the post to Kiku Parker in the corner for 3. Splish splash, we're all tied up at the half. Third quarter, Parker can't find the long jumper, but Mr. Gutierrez is Mr. Windex cleaning up the glass, and then it's Parker going hard to the hoop, beating the third quarter buzzer. He is, as the kids say, built different. Eagles led by 13 heading into the fourth, but Fortune was trying to hang around. This turnaround jumper by Tyrese Rose cuts it back to single digits, but it's too little, too late, as Ivan Soto finds an open space and sticks the dagger. El Camino takes third at the Stan Harms Classic. Eagles' alternate picks included Mateen Rafiq and this man, Kiku Parker.
I think this is probably one of our best tournaments right here. We played together real good together as a group, as a team. You know, we're a family. Our chemistry is real well right now. And we're dogs, man. We're some dogs. Like, we don't back. We don't hide from nothing. We compete. We're dogs, for real.
Mark Willis handling the next game between McClatchy and Rio Americano. Early on, Carter Miles from McClatchy picks up the loose ball and scores it for the Lions. Then Miles drives towards the hoop and makes a tough shot look so easy. Lions lead it early. With time winding down the first half, Rio's Samuel Thompson gets the loose ball and uses a few nice moves to score it before the horn blows. In this second quarter, the Rio Raiders off and running. Will Plato to Dylan Newberry, streaking down the court, and he scores it, but they still trail by 4. Hot first half for Jared de Guzman, who knocks down 5 3-pointers in the game. Lions lead it by 9. When McClatchy's Jamil Pongin dribble drives it to the hoop, it's good, and the Lions are down 4. Rio Americano's sharpshooter Matt Hoffman drains this 3, and we're all tied up at 39 in the third. Big play here as Rio Americano push in the pace as Jace Thompson gets it to Samuel Thompson, and he lays it up and in, plus the foul. Raiders are now up by 5. McClatchy's Pongin goes to the rack, changes angles in midair, and still is able to score it. Samuel Thompson now with 2 of his 15 points in the game here on this tough looking shot for Rio. But the Raiders put the game on ice when Gagnon drives the baseline, gets the contact in the air, and finishes the play for Rio Americano, and that would do it. Raiders win by 12 over McClatchy.
Sam Berg reporting here for some Monday night girls soccer between the Colfax Falcons and the Yuba City Honkers. And the action was rolling early. The corner kick is up. Marina Grijalva gets a foot on it, but there to ring it in is junior Leandra Flores to keep the Falcons off the board. But Grijalva was looking for some redemption. With a couple dribbles to her right, she boots one to the opposite side of the goal and bangs it in for the score. The Falcons are up 1-0, as that would be the score heading into the second half. Second half we go, and the Honkers were looking to get right back in it. Mia Ramos passes the ball to Lorelei Miller, but Aaron Bixler is there to grab it. But the Honkers kept their heads held high. The corner kick from Ramos is up, heading for the goal, and Miller is there with the header in for the goal. You know when they say use your head, well, Miller's got her own way of doing it. The Honkers tie it up at 1. But the Falcons were ready to answer back. Sophomore Faith Bangert tries to put one in, but there for the stop is Jackie Lopez. Bangert would put one in later on as the Falcons would take the dub on Monday with a final score of 2-1.
Time now for the Players of the Week. These players are chosen for their standout performances from games played last week. Our first Player of the Week is Luca Mullen from the Argonaut boys basketball team. The Mustangs beat Gridley in the first round of their own tournament. En route to the tournament finals, Luca scored 32 points, landing 8 3-pointers in the 66-36 victory.
Wow. Michaela Jackson from Folsom is our second Player of the Week. In the Bulldogs' highly anticipated matchup with Laguna Creek, Michaela stole the show, racking up 21 points in the 98-59 win. The Bulldogs are really good. Michaela Jackson and Luca Molin, this week's Players of the Week.
Stanford Healthcare brings us important tips so athletes can perform at their very best.
Here's Dr. Joseph Donnelly with this week's Stanford Health Tip.
The ACL is located centrally within the knee joint and plays a critical role in rotational stability during athletic play. It is often injured with a non-contact twisting motion. Players describe feeling a painful pop and develop swelling, and note instability in the knee during twisting activities. Treatment requires reconstruction surgery using a tendon graft, and successful surgical outcomes are determined by many different factors, but the timing of return to sports may be the most important. Most athletes return to their sport around 1 year from surgery once they have passed return to play testing.
Coming up, our first SunPower Electric game, Granite Bay hosting Jeff.
Then more highlights from the Folsom tournament when 49ers Sac-Hi Sports return.
At Tracy Toyota, we're not just devoted to selling cars. We're committed to our community. We're donating $100,000 to help local organizations in Tracy. We call it Champions Thanking Heroes. Here are some of the heroes that we've supported this year for their commitment to the community. We've even donated $50 for every vehicle sold. Check out our great lineup of new Toyotas. And right now, get year-end specials like this. Shop in person or at TracyToyota.com. Tracy Toyota, with you all the way.
Bang, bang, Niner gang. We gon' get out what we got mad at. Many have tried, but many have failed. The 49ers got the livest fans in the NFL. I tried to tell them we back and we never left and we got heart. Levi Stadium starting to feel like Candlestick Park. Who are we? Bang, bang, Niner gang. Niner gang. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Niner gang. Bang, bang, Niner gang.
Here at Levi Stadium in the NBC Sports Studio, where the Jesuit Marauders come into the week boasting a 5-3 record in the middle of a tough preseason schedule.
Jesuit hits the road to take on a tough Granite Bay team. It's the Grizzlies and Marauders in our first SunPower Electric game tonight. Our Mark Willis was there.
Electric game.
The Granite Bay Grizzlies have had a bit of an up and down season thus far. Some good wins and some tough quality losses to good teams. Sophomore Davis Abil has been one of the bright spots for GB, averaging 16 points a night. As for Jesuit, they really have tested themselves going outside the area to find their competition, playing 5 of the first 8 games in non-Sac Joaquin section teams. Tonight's matchup is the 10th time these teams have met. Jesuit leads the series 6-3, and that's why we decided to make this the SunPower Electric game. The Den had it going on as they rocked the blackout look. Did that affect Jesuit? The answer is no. Now back to the game. Jesuit goes up 4-0. Owen Abalu to Andrei Stojakovic for 2. And Granite Bay will answer right back as Davis Abil hits a 3. It's now a 1-point game. In the second quarter, Jesuit's Austin Stewart with the steal, and he takes it all the way in for the score. Marauders up 4, but Granite Bay answers right back as we keep the play rolling. Jakob Muir drops in a 3-pointer, and it's back to a 1-point game. Moments later, Kai Wan kicks it out to the top of the key where Stojakovic looking like Pops out there from beyond the arc. Speaking of Stoyo, there's Pops. More Jesuit, but as Granite Bay gets the rebound, Kai Wan thinks it's still football season, and he rips the ball out and takes it strong to the hoop and the foul. Marauders looking good and build a 10-point lead. At the half, Granite Bay working on some adjustments, and the Den feeling the rhythm. The Grizzlies go down low for 2 points here as Trevor Alstead nice moves in the post. He lays it in. He had 8 in the game. But Kai Wan of Jesuit was like, I got some post moves too. And he backs down to the defender. Let's call this the beef hook. Coming in with 12 in the game. Then Jaden Teat for Jesuit gets to the lane, throws up the tough runner. It goes and it leads back at 11. Granite Bay still fighting as Abil finds the cutting Zaid Sharif for the hoop as he lays it in. Grizzlies down 9. On the inbound play here, Marauders catching GB sleeping as Alejandro De Leon lobs it up to Andrea Stojakovic, who puts it in. Jesuit pulling away by 16. Then Teat pulls up and kicks it out to Stojakovic, whose 3-pointer is all wet. Splash! Andre had 24 on the night, and Stojakovic would cap off the night with this 2-handed dunk, and the rest is history. Or as I like to say, the dishes are done, man. Jesuit cruises to a 19-point victory. We caught up with Kai Wan after the game. He talked about being a team leader.
Last year, it was such a senior-heavy team with Issa Silva and Chris Hawley and Gabe Dirksen, and we had a big senior team, and now being so young, definitely. And my position being kind of like a quarterback, calling out screens and stuff, it's definitely come with the position, and I'm ready for the role.
For the SunPower Electric game, I'm Mark Willis, 49ers Sac-Hi Sports.
Brian Mueller here at the Folsom Stan Harms Classic Thursday afternoon. Hey, it's the holidays. You gotta multitask. It's Bradshaw Christian taking on Monterey Trail. Mustangs come out of the stable surging. Strong drive by Cam Manning for the land. Monterey Trail with the early lead. The Pride has some excellent guard play with David Schumeyer and Ethan Patterson. The two connecting here, and Patterson nails the 3. Early second now, Schumeyer walking the tightrope. Gets it to Jeremy Rodriguez for the 3 ball. But look at the Mustangs counterattacking. Adrian Devanesia goes right down central for the layup. BC still up by 3. Later in the quarter, Evan Subkoviak airs it out to Patterson, who no-looks it to Rodriguez for the basket and the foul. The Pride keep applying pressure. Schumeyer with that Tim Hardaway killer crossover finishes with the finger roll. Bradshaw Christian up by 9. Minute 30 to go in the half. Here comes Patterson again, 2 more, and it's a 14-point lead. but the Mustangs would make some halftime adjustments and they were ready to giddy up and go in the second half. We'll skip ahead to midway through the fourth. Manning with a masterful pass to Damian McAllister. Monterey Trail is within 4. Then Craigus Thompson slings it to Andrew Sokin for 3. It's a 1-point game, but the Pride would keep their composure. Schumeyer to Micah Nicholson, and he buries the clutch 3 to put BC back up by 4. Then with just 45 seconds left, Josh O'Neal, a great pass out of the double team to Patterson. He lays it in to make it 58-52. Then his backcourt co-worker Schumeyer steals it to seal the win. The Pride take it 59-52. Patterson and Schumeyer combine for 35 points.
We know basketball's a game and run, so they're going to go on their runs, we're going to go on our runs, but it's how we respond to it, and we responded well. We stayed calm, and we just all trusted each other.
Inderkum and McClatchy are your competitors for this Wednesday night matchup at Inderkum. First quarter, Kayla Chappell forces a turnover. Nina Kane gets the ball and passes to Kayla Stanza-Williams for the open 3. Lions out to a hot start. Soleil Niu, Mila Masters, Nina Kane, and the 6'1 freshman gets the lay-in to go. The Lions with a young team featuring 5 freshmen. Here is freshman Aaliyah Wilson getting the steal before taking it the length of the court and finishing with the floater. 25-2 McClatchy after 1. And here are the Tigers. Aaliyah Johnson finds Samira Mahmood at the top of the key. Samira throws up the 3 and splashes it. We head to the second half. McClatchy up by 29. Inderkum starts to put some nice runs together. That's Aaliyah Johnson getting free before taking the shot from distance. On the next line possession, Saray White drives into the paint, takes a couple Euro steps before hooking the shot. It's a 44-16 Lion lead when Malaya Campbell cleans up the missed shot and gets 2, but this game was never in doubt. Kayla Campbell down low to Mila Masters, who gets a dribble before laying it in. Then it's Stancil Williams to Saray White in the paint, the hoop and the harm, part of her 13-point night. Freshman Nina Kane would lead everybody with 17, 74-37 the final. Senior Saray White talks about this team's goals.
Our team goal is to basically go hard and cut down the turnovers and basically just play hard. With us being a young team, it's kind of like some of them having experience. It's kind of a little faster than like AAU basketball and stuff. So it's like they kind of learn, but us with being very young, it's like we're very talented as well.
Coming up, Manteca travels north to take on Laguna Creek in boys basketball.
Then you'll meet this week's inspirational athlete. It's Antoine Faxton from Vanden High School. But first, take a look at our Sac-Joaquin section girls basketball top 10 poll.
Every day, the sun comes up. And right on cue, the work begins. We start every morning, knowing full well we are in it for the long haul. Our work is a labor of love. No task too small, no moment uncherished. And although we're not often thanked, we rest knowing that our work is making a brighter future. This is more than milk.
Right now, my electrical bill is about $10 a month.
This is definitely one of the best investments we did in our house.
All over the country, people are taking control over their electric bills by going solar with SunPower. We offer the most efficient, durable panels on the market, so you can see a return on your investment every month.
I was paying $220 a month. Now I pay about $22 a month.
Right now, 49ers faithful get a $1,000 Visa reward card from SunPower. Go online today.
The Manteca Buffaloes have won 5 of their last 6 heading into this week, sitting at 6-4 on the season. Manteca has 3 players averaging double digits.
You know you want to be a Buffalo.
I do want to be a Buffalo.
I also would like to be a Buffalo. The Buffaloes taking the trek up 99 to face Laguna Creek out of Elk Grove. The Cardinals are 7-4 on the season. The Buffaloes and Cardinals this week.
Tracy area sports coverage is presented by Tracy Toyota off Freeway 205 in Tracy, with you all the way.
Brian Mueller saying hello from Laguna Creek Tuesday night, where the Cardinals were hosting Manteca. First quarter, the Creek defense Setting the tone, 80, Strother steals it ahead to Dante Walls for the lay-in, and the Cards had the early lead. Later in the quarter, Walls on the run again. Tough finish and the foul. Laguna Creek up by 5. Still in the first, the Manteca D starts to strut their stuff. Justice Chase pokes the ball loose and make way for a Justice Jam on the other end. Buffalo's down by just 3. That is still the deficit in the second when Walls hits from outside. 3-ball is good. Then a couple minutes later, Strothers showing his stuff in the post. Redbirds up 8. But Manteca keeping it close right before the half. Chase playing big down low. Buffaloes go into the half down 7. To the third quarter now. Strothers on the fast break. He goes up hard and gets the basket and the foul. It's a double-digit lead for Laguna. Later in the third, Gavin Albison nails the 3 and the lead swells to 21. And how about this for a capper? Fourth quarter now. First shot is off the mark, but here comes KJ Ramey. Good King Wenceslaus, what a slam. That puts an exclamation point on a 58-51 win. Here's KJ on that dunk.
I just came from behind and just dunked it. It felt good. I felt different, like a different man.
Every week, we bring you stories of athletes who inspire us.
For Antoine Thaxton, the name he carries holds a lot of weight. Our sports reporter Parker Ream tells us how basketball helped Antoine bear that weight, even with a heavy heart.
It's just of who we are and the name they carry across their chest.
That Vanden name carries lots of expectations on the court.
You know, with the team, you know, we're expected to compete at a high level.
The expectations got even higher after Vanden won its first section title in 25 years in 2018.
Realistic expectations for us should be the same thing, or maybe even further, make a run for state and possibly win it, because this team has a lot of talent and we just have to start working as a team and really know each other better. And once we do that, we'll be one of the best teams out here.
That standard of excellence is what drives this Vikings team. But for Antoine Thaxton, that push for success was about more than just the accolades.
For the longest time, ever since I was a kid, it's been me and my mom just against the world, basically.
Antoine began basketball after turning 10. Around the same time, tragedy struck the Thaxton family.
Around my 4th grade year, we noticed she was diagnosed with cancer, and after months of fighting it, her immune system shut down and we lost her.
Antoine's mom, Tanya, passed away after a tough fight with leukemia.
It took a big toll on me as a person because she was my best friend and really the only one who's been there for me.
Antoine's motivation for success turned to the legacy of a loved one, continuing to push past a heavy heart.
Since then, I've really just dedicated my life towards making her happy and trying to make her proud.
Because for Antoine, basketball is a shot to honor his mother, the woman that sparked his inner drive.
Of course it translates into basketball because I knew that she wanted me to put my all into everything that I do, and since I took basketball seriously and I had a love for the sport, I wanted to make sure that you know, I'm just succeeding and doing everything I can for her.
Antoine pursued his career in basketball and continued to work hard. His grandfather Larry was there every step of the way.
Me and him had this special connection, and a part of that was sports, and it was basketball, and he knew I loved it, and he was studying basketball, and I don't know, ever since then he just played a big part.
Larry attended road and home games, cheering on Antoine as the Vikings pushed for the section title. But just as Antoine prepared for his senior season of basketball, Larry Thaxton suffered a heart attack. The loss is something that Antoine didn't talk about often.
And he didn't say nothing. He came every day, and his spirit still shined. He still brought, you know, his Antoine personality, his character of being Antoine.
Rather than let the loss of his grandfather bring him down, Antoine instead channeled it into motivation in his senior season.
Since the season started, I've really just been focusing on channeling my emotions and translating that into doing better on the court and for my team and trying to be myself out there.
It wasn't until a field trip to an Air Force base that Antoine told his team.
In that moment, it was really emotional. I was crying. A lot of people was crying,
It's ironic, we actually didn't even know. And that's shame on us, but it's because we give him his space.
But by just being there, the Vanden team became the crutch that Antoine could stand on in his time of need.
He still allows you to coach him and coach him hard because at the end of the day, I'm gonna love him harder.
It's a really good thing to have because I honestly don't know where I'd be without them. Each and every one of my teammates, they're like family to me, and we're all close. And just having someone to lean on and someone to be there for me is really all I could ask for at this point.
It is a bond built through basketball, leading to a family that is and forever will be, always with Antoine. Reporting in Fairfield, Parker Ream, 49ers Sac-Hi Sports.
At the line shooting one, C.J. Haywood.
Now, Vanden has lost some close games, but Antoine says he thinks they'll get back on track once league starts and is excited for his senior season with this team.
Yeah, and he knows his grandpa's up there looking out for him.
Yes.
All right. Coming up, our Mattress Firm Perfect Match for the championship game from Folsom Stan Harms Tournament.
Then it's Rio Americano and Placer meeting in girls hoops. But first, here is this week's Spirit Corner featuring the festive cheer team from Del Campo.
Many have failed. The 49ers got the livest fans in the NFL. I tried to tell them we back and we never left and we got heart. Levi Stadium starting to feel like Candlestick Park. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Niner gang. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Niner gang. Bang, bang, Niner gang.
Shop Mattress Firm's year-end sale. Right now, save up to $500 when you get a king bed for the price of a queen or a queen for a twin. Plus, get a free adjustable base with qualifying Sealy purchase up to a $499 value. Or shop top-selling brands and get up to 50% off select mattresses, like Sealy starting at $224.99 or Serta at $349.99. And you get it delivered fast. Only at Mattress Firm, the official sleep partner of the San Francisco 49ers.
49ers Sac-Hi Sports is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Stanford Healthcare, #1 in Northern California for orthopedics. And by SunPower, proud sponsor of the San Francisco 49ers.
Welcome back to Levi Stadium. The 35th annual Stan Harms Classic was played this week, named after the longtime Folsom basketball head coach and teacher, Stan Harms. The brackets featuring some of the top teams in the area, Folsom and Ponderosa, were the last teams standing.
The Bruins' Nick Von Zabore is averaging 22 points a game for Ponderosa, while the Bulldogs are led by the 6'5" Bryson Shackelford. Mattress Firm wants to find you a mattress that is your perfect match, and each week we scour the section for a perfect match on the court. This week, Ponderosa and Folsom is this week's Mattress Firm Perfect Match.
So let's get right into your Mattress Firm Perfect Match. It's the Bruins taking on the Bulldogs in the Stan Harms Classic Championship game. First quarter, Ponderosa came out hot. Kaysen Chaney has it near the side, takes it that way, drives to the hoop. The sweet lefty scoop and score. Bruins get on the board first. Fast forward, Pondo up 12-2, make it 14-2 with that mid-range J from Miles Peters. Later in the first, Chaney with the ball stops and finds a cutting Aaron Bliss for the easy two. Aaron had himself quite the game still in the first, trying to get it down low, but nice defense from Jacob Thonson to poke it away, and Bryson Shackelford is off and running coast to coast for the double clutch finish. Bulldogs trying to hang in there. Pondo up 10 points now in the second. Check out this smooth move from Case in the crossover pull-up. Bottoms hits the mid-range jumper. The Bruins kept it going. Nathan Tudor taking the Bulldogs to school with this drive. Off the glass with the left hand for 2. 3 minutes to go in the second. Aaron was out here making moves. 2 moves to be exact. The double crossover drive to the hoop. Almost dunked it, but it was nice play nonetheless. Pondo takes a 33-13 lead into the half. Third quarter, more of the same. Cheney drives to his left. A tricky finish, but gets it to go as the Bruins wouldn't let their foot off the gas. Up 40-15 now. Kaysen to Nick Van Zabore, and that is cash. He knows it. Three-pointer there extends the lead even further. Folsom trying to get something started. Miles Peters stops and pops from the corner and hits it. It's just too tough when you have a 6'9" baller on the other team. Bliss drives to the cup. Soft finish to get the and one opportunity. Everything was clicking in the fourth. Bulldogs still out there chipping away at the lead. Justin Ard drives to the hoop and finishes with the lay-in, but the big three finished it off. Kaysen to Aaron to Nick, and Nick puts this one to bed with that three-pointer. Ponderosa wins the Stan Harms Classic 58-34 behind 20 points from Bliss. I caught up with the team after the game.
Parker Ream here. It was an epic matchup with Ponderosa and the Folsom Bulldogs. Ponderosa came into this matchup 8-0. They leave 9-0. We start with the tournament MVP, Aaron. I mean, I feel like you're going to have to pan up because of the size difference right now. It's kind of crazy. You were dominant on both ends of the court. It seemed like they didn't have an answer for you. What was working?
I mean, just sharing the ball on offense. We're not a one-guy team. We share as much as we can, always find the one more pass. And I mean, we came here to play, started on defense, and that turns into offense.
Kaysen, this team is something special, and it's been shown for these first 9 games. Mm-hmm. What is so special about this team?
Something special is that we share the ball. None of us are selfish, and our defense goes to offense first. And obviously, if we on defense, Aaron can just block everything, and we all got shooters.
We go over to Nick finally. This Ponderosa team has what it takes to make a deep run, and as you guys head into league, what are your expectations this season?
Our expectation is to go undefeated in league and win that championship.
All right, those are some pretty lofty expectations. I think we're just going to let these guys take it out. Come on, guys.
Rio Americano's head coach Sean Steck looking on as his girls got off to a hot start this season, but playing at Placer is always a challenge. Early on, Amara Jackson of Placer with the steal. She throws it up to Jaylee Tolley, who runs it down and lays it in. Placer's up by 11 to start the game. Rio bounces back. Haley Hackett pushing the tempo, and she scores. Raiders down 10. Moments later, right before the buzzer goes off, Hackett has a knockdown 3 in the corner, but Placer leads by 7. Second quarter, Placer's Addison Arsnith passes to Jackson, who scores the around-the-world shot as it drops Hillman up 20-8. Then Addison was anticipating the passing lane, steals the ball, and she takes it all the way in for 2. Hillman lead by 14. Nice teamwork here as Tolley passes to Jackson, who finds Arsnith on the backdoor cut. Placer has it going on. Now the defensive Placer's intensity was tough to match in the first half. Jasmine Cross with the steal, then passes back to Arsnith, who trails the play and scores with the left hand. When Rio Americano's Mia Center finds Katie Gazenfari outside the three-point line, she lets it fly. It's good, but the Raiders trail by 20 at the half. Placer still working in the third. Dribble handoff by Constance O'Neal to Riley Pruitt, and she takes it hard to the rack, gets the foul, and the three-point play. Gotta love the energy here by Hackett for Rio Americano. The dribble drive, the hoop, the shot falls for a three-point play. Haley, an electric play. Some power electric kind of play. Placer on the move again. This play worked all night. Addison Horn to Jaylee Tolley, who drives to the hoop, gets the contact, and makes the shot. Placer up 24. Check out the one-woman wrecking crew by Rio's Haley Hackett. The drive, the 360 spin. The shot goes off the glass. It's good. She had 14 in the game. Placer one more time. Jackson up to Cross and over to Horn, who gets the shot to fall. Placer goes on to win by a lot. We caught up with Amara Jackson after the game.
We worked hard and we ran our plays and we just shot not as many threes as we used to, and we got the win easily.
Parker Ream coming to you from Vista Del Lago, and it was a chilly night in Folsom on Tuesday. First half, neither offense doing much at the beginning, but defense was the story. Walker Casella and Connor Louie racing towards the ball, but Walker wins that battle. 14th minute, Whitney broke through. Braden Goularte taking the defense on himself. A scrum in the middle, but he turns and shoots off the defender for the goal. Wildcats get on the board first, 1-0. 10 minutes later, the shot on the counterattack from Robbie Mora Arias is saved by Jacob Granados, but Connor is right there. Gets the goal this time, 2-0 Whitney. 3 minutes left in the first half. Drew Krariak, one-on-one, beats the defender and places it perfectly in the corner, but the celebration at the end is what makes this highlight. 3-0 Whitney at the half. Vista came out with some intensity in the second half, though. Ryan Anderson to Colin Zignoni. The nice touch and finish in open space to get the Eagles on the board, but the cold Tuesday night was Whitney's for the taking. Braden looking for a second goal of the night off the post, but Piero Canetta says, I'll take that one. Caden Johnson holds it down in goal for the Wildcats with 5 saves as Whitney gets the 4-1 win.
Coming up, an exciting preseason matchup with Pleasant Grove and Bella Vista.
And later, it's Davis and Oak Ridge as 49ers Sac-Hi Sports continues.
Back at Levi Stadium, where the Pleasant Grove Eagles are off to a 10-2 start. Senior Joseph Espy is averaging a double-double with over 14 points and 10 rebounds a game.
The Eagles taking on Bella Vista Wednesday night. The Broncos are 7-3 and will look to extinguish the Eagles in a tournament game played at Wood Creek.
Nick Pecoraro here with some Wednesday night hoops at Wood Creek High School. It's Pleasant Grove and Bella Vista. We'll pick this one up in the second quarter. This is Nick Lira's only 2 points of the first half for the Broncos, but more on him later. Eagles now swinging it to the corner for a Sean Nokon 3, and a young fan in the crowd nails it with this commentary. Nice ball movement indeed, young fella. 2-point game at the half. Here's Colin Billy beating the third quarter buzzer with an off-balance 3 to give PG a 41-39 lead into the fourth. But the Broncos keep it close here as Brandon Carlton gets the bucket to go with a hand in his face, and then it's Lira working his way into the paint for a nice pull-up J, but Bella Vista still has work to do. Closing seconds, Lira is in trouble, but Xander Womeldorf, that's Mr. Xander Womeldorf to everyone else, he ties the game at 59 with 10 seconds to play. Eagles trying to win on the last possession, but Lira gets on the floor, gets dirty, forces the jump ball, and forces overtime. In OT, Eagles guard Tyson Pierce gets the tough bucket. He led all scorers with 20 points on Wednesday. Final seconds, Eagles down 2, a full court heave finds 6'8" Joseph Espy. He gets fouled on the play. The big fella sinks both free throws, and we're going to double OT. Espy kicks things off there with a lay-in off a nice feed from Xavier Porter, but Bella Vista takes over from here. Jack Raymond drives, no good, but Carlton is there to clean up the miss. And then it's Lira putting the finishing touches on here with the hoop and the harm. He scored 17 of his 19 points in the second half, and in double overtime, Bella Vista comes out victorious.
Yeah, double overtime was tough, man. I'm not gonna lie. The second overtime we had, I was winded, but the energy just kept me going, and my teammates kept me going as well.
It's the third place game in the Oak Ridge toss-up tournament with Wood Creek facing Heritage of Brentwood. The Timberwolves with possession. Morgan McMillan throws a bounce pass to Courtney Gage in stride, and Gage lays it in for 2, but it's the Pats with the early lead. Alyssa Ramirez to Amanda Muse down low, the 6'4" post player with a good look there. Down 7-4, Giselle Turney finds Alyssa Crump in the corner, and Crump nails the shot, but after Muse cleans up and gets the putback, the Pats jump out on top. Gabby Martinez to Muse to Alyssa Ramirez. It is 11-7 Pats. Closing seconds of the first quarter, Wolves down by 2 when Ryan Nair forces the turnover. Brooke Turney gathers it up and finishes at the rim to tie this game up after 1. Second quarter, Ashley McNabb to Kendall McClure to Muse down low, and Heritage would lead by 6 at the half. Muse with the board, Alyssa Ramirez, Kendall McClure, and splash. It's a 4-point Pat lead with 2.5 to go in the third. Giselle Turney to Brooke Turney to Alyssa Crump for 3. Wood Creek ties this game up when Courtney Gage gets the physical lay-in to go, and the Timberwolves take their first lead of the night on their next possession when it goes Giselle to Nair to Crump. Dub C was loving that, but the Heritage defense steps up. Ramirez blocks the attempted 3-point shot, then Zenny Purge gets the putback and the foul. Zenny would have 11 in the second half. Heritage takes third, and the Oak Ridge toss-up, Muse leading the way with 25.
Each week we present the Scholar Athlete Award.
This week's Scholar Athlete Award goes to Bryson Shackelford from Folsom. Bryson is fantastic on the court and in the classroom with a 3.88 GPA.
Coming up, it's our second SunPower Electric game as Davis takes on Oak Ridge in tournament play.
Then it's Franklin and Wood Creek meeting in boys basketball. But first, here's this week's Cal Hope's mental health tip.
It's hard to be happy and relaxed during this stressful time. So when you're home, make a game plan for mental wellness. Watching or reading too much news about the virus can be overwhelming. It's okay to tune it out sometimes and give yourself a break.
Better sleep means a better you. That's why Mattress Firm made the Rest Assured Promise, featuring the best mattresses from America's best brands, like the Tempur-Breeze collection, so you can sleep up to 8 degrees cooler. Available now with a $300 instant gift, good towards sleep accessories. Our sleep experts have over 200 hours of training, so you can rest assured we'll find the right bed for you. Only at Mattress Firm, America's #1 Tempur-Pedic retailer.
The more we learn about COVID-19, the more questions we have. The biggest question now, what's next? What will COVID bring in 6 months, a year? If you're feeling anxious about the future, you're not alone. Cal Hope offers free COVID-19 emotional support. Call 833-317-4673 or live chat at calhope.org today.
We got next, we ready to flex, we're ready to rock, headed to the top. We got next, can't settle for less. I'ma need your best, so give it all you got.
Kennedy Schonauer makes space with 4 defenders around her and fires from 31 yards out and hits it perfectly.
Can't settle for less. I'ma need your best, so give it all you got. We got next, #1, numero uno, front page in the news. Yeah, now you know. For the win, blood, sweat, tears in the gym, harder than the rest.
Electric game.
Brian Mueller here Wednesday night at Oak Ridge for the Trojan Toss-Up Tournament and our SunPower Electric game. Now, hopefully no one's having a blue Christmas this weekend, but we do have some Blue Devils on the court as Davis takes on host Oak Ridge. For the Blue Devils, Mara Bledsoe does it all, leading the team in scoring with 13 points a game, and she nearly averages a double-double with 9.9 rebounds. As for the Trojans, University of Washington bound Tegan Brown co-captains the 7-2 Trojans. It's tourney time in El Dorado Hills for our SunPower Electric game. The Blue Devils with some Inferno-like shooting early on. Malia Abrencia hits the jumper early in the first, but it didn't take Brown long to get hot. Jessica Crannell finds her in the corner, and Brown goes baseline for the lay-in. Trojans up 11. Later in the quarter, Brooke Williams passing through the paint, and a pretty finish from in close. Still in the opening quarter, Sophia Williams hits Brown on the curl, and she does the rest. Opening seconds of the second quarter, and Brown keeps scoring in different ways, pops a 3, and Oak Ridge is up by 18. The Oak Ridge offense was efficient and unselfish. Lauren Marsh, Liv Jurgensen, and Ella Ray all touch the ball before it's back to Jurgensen for the open jumper. There are a couple sweet passes in this game. Here's one of them. Jurgensen threads the needle to Marsh. And here's another one. Lily Delaney leads Abby Helwig perfectly to the hoop for 2. Trojans up by 26. But Davis hanging in there. Aaliyah Cordone gets the offensive board and puts it back. To the third quarter now. Blue Devils pick up right where they left off in the first half. Cordone zips it to Tessa Showden, and she gets it to go, and the Devils are within 20. Oak Ridge on the run later in the quarter. Crannell to Marsh. That's another fast break bucket. Crannell keeps cranking out the assists. This one to Brown, again attacking the rim, and she finishes on the reverse. But check out the Blue Devil rebuttal. Bledsoe looking like Drew Bledsoe with this precision pass to Showden, but Oak Ridge just kept on attacking. Delaney to Ava Edwards, and Oak Ridge takes it 53-27. Tegan has a game-high 24.
My three-pointer wasn't really on today, so driving to the basket was where I was like looking at in my jumper, so that's what I was focusing on. And they were really physical, so it was hard to get down there, you know. We definitely put a lot of pressure on them, which made them turn the ball over a lot, so that was good, and that's what we're working on. So we took a step forward today.
Out to Wood Creek, the Timberwolves took on Franklin of Elk Grove as the spirit was high in Roseville. I'm Mark Willis. Wood Creek's Jordan Lee drives, pulls up, gathers, and knocks down the J. Creek by 9. Then Franklin answers back. Gregory Pietrowski finds Darren Basa on the wing. His 3-ball is good. Wildcats down 6. When Franklin's Darren Basa finds Brian Blanks Lewis in the corner, his jumper on the baseline is good. It's now a 2-point game. When Amari Taylor saves the ball from going out of bounds, he ends up getting an assist out of it. Tay Hollins puts it away for 3, Creek up 5. Still in the third quarter, Franklin's Pietrowski with the ball fake, and he takes it hard to the hoop for the bucket. Then Wood Creek's Lee finds Amari Taylor on the baseline. His shot is good. Creek up 7. Wood Creek's Austin Ito picks up the ball and makes a crazy-looking shot. It goes in. The difficulty meter on this one is very high, but you got to get back on defense as Franklin catches the Creek sleeping as Kaysen Johnson lays it in. T-Wolves by 11. It's now a 9-point game when Evan Cannon steals the pass and kicks it up the floor to Kaysen Johnson. And look out with authority. I did not know he had it in him. Wow. Wood Creek handled the pressure as Taylor to Ito to Tay Hollins for 2, but this game got good. When Aiden Claro of Franklin hits a 3 at the top of the key and then again hits another one moments later, it's only a 4-point game. But when it mattered the most, Wood Creek rises up to the occasion. Amari Taylor gets up and sends this would-be shot out of bounds with the big block. And that would do it. Wood Creek hangs on to win by 6.
This is a big learning experience for us, especially in the end. Got to be able to handle pressure. Teams like Intercom are going to be like that.
Remember, all of the game footage we shoot is available for purchase on our website. Go to 49ers Sac-Hi and we will send it to you digitally.
You can get the entire game.
The whole game.
Yeah. Follow us on social media for lots of fun and exciting content. Our Instagram story is a great way to keep updated on scores, news, and so much more. 49ers.Sac-Hi is our handle on Instagram and Twitter.
Coming up, Vacaville Christian takes on Dixon.
Then it's Bear River and Valley Christian, 49ers Sac-Hi Sports. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Levi Stadium. Vacaville Christian is off to a hot start. The 6-1 Falcons made it to the Division IV playoffs back in 2020 and are hoping to make it even farther this year.
Yeah, the Dixon Rams are led by senior Joe Eiton and looking to get back in the win column with a victory over Vacaville Christian on Tuesday night.
Luke Galindo at Dixon High School as they get ready to host Vacaville Christian. Vacaville starts this game off strong and fast. Thomas Lane drills a 3 from the corner to get things started for the Falcons. Vacaville recovers a loose ball and finds Garrett Kutch, who follows up with a 3-pointer of his own. Off the inbound pass, DJ Brown responds with a layup off the glass for 2. Thomas Lane continues to stay hot as this 3 from the corner finds the hoop and is good. Almost from the same spot as his first one. Dixon putting on the pressure as Jonathan Covello drives, gets the contact and the basket, and 1, count it. Dixon starting to pick it up as Brent Green nails a straight-on 3. Dixon goes into the half leading 35-34. At the start of the second, Vacaville comes out firing. Garrett Kutch, who swishes the 3, adding to his great shooting performance tonight. Garrett doesn't only have success from 3, but has a nice mid-range jumper. Nikhil Davis gets a steal and storms down the court and lays it in for a nice and easy 2. Dixon trying to get some momentum in the final moments of this game. Joe Itten seems to be the answer as he nails this 3-pointer. Time is ticking for Dixon. Joe Itten with an open look again, swishes another 3. Dixon unable to outscore the Vacaville Christian Falcons as they fall short. Final score, Vacaville 63, Dixon 57.
Parker Ream here at Valley Christian. Fun fact, the court and hoops the Lions play on are the original court from the Warriors Coliseum. At the beginning, Lions were ready to defend that home court. Ian Glaspie pulls up from 3, but Bear River had an answer. Glaspie trying to get it again, but Micah Patton with the nice steal, and he'll take it coast to coast for the bucket. Both teams trading blows still in the first. Ryan Downs with the mid-range J off the mark, but ends up getting his own rebound and scores. Hustle points right there. That's what wins you ball games. In the second, Bear River up 29-20. Here's some more hustle points, this time from the water polo and basketball star. Harrison Alexander with the miss, rebound, and muscling his way through for the score. 20 seconds left in the half. I'm sure you guys get the point by now. Second chance points. The miss by Alexander corrals the rebound, Not sure whether to call it a dunk, but he gets the and one opportunity. Second half, the Lions came out on the prowl. Fast break, Brady Myers to Jordan Hurley for the easy 2. Later in the third, it's Glaspie. The nice heads-up pass to the corner finds Jackson Myers for 3, and he buries it. The Lions cut the deficit to just 6 points, but in the fourth quarter, we all knew the difference. Another offensive rebound for Harrison. He draws the contact, and Bear River comes out with the win behind his dominant 29-point performance.
Yeah, we have a new coach this year, and he's been working us a hell of a lot better than we have been worked. And I'm seeing a lot of great things compared to last year, the COVID year. Yeah, I'm excited to see what we have for our season.
The Linden Lions hosting the Bear Creek Bruins on a very cold Tuesday night. The Bruins strike first as Azalea Cerratos runs it up the far sideline before kicking a high ball where the goalie can't reach it. Cerratos scores and that pumps up her teammates, but the Lions wouldn't stop there. 6 minutes left to go in the half. Itzel Ruiz passes up ahead to Abigail Ribble, who makes it look easy. She scores her first goal of the night, and that deserves some high fives. However, the Lions weren't going to sit quietly. Yulissa Velasquez, with 3 defenders on her tail, takes it herself. That goal gives the Lions their first score of the game. Bear Creek would not take its foot off the gas in the second half. Bailey Cohen kicks the ball up the middle for teammate Ribble, who outruns her defender and scores her second goal of the night. And this game is all but over, but wait, the Bruins weren't done yet. Carmen Bowen connects with Alexa Tibbin, who kicks it off the volley and over the keeper. That awesome goal puts the game away. The Bruins win in dominant fashion with a final score of 11-1. Ribble with the hat trick. Coming up, we will choose the play of the week. It could be this play, then again, maybe not.
But first, take a look at our Sac Joaquin section top 10 boys basketball poll.
Time now for the play of the week.
It's the Madman Mark Willis naming off some contenders and then awarding what we thought was the play that was the best of the best.
Let's start with a no-look pass by Ethan Patterson for the pride of Bradshaw Christian. Now to soccer, and Bear Creek's Alexa Tibone T-bones this one in midair and in the back of the net. How about Franklin Oak Grove's Kaysen Johnson with the two-handed dip? Look out! And a Lincoln of Stockton, Andre Warren throws up the alley to Miles Bird for the oop. And at number 2, it's KC Ramey of Laguna Creek with the putback slam. But the POW goes to this pass by Miles Bird. The steal, the no-look spinning bounce pass. Dude, it's all you. POW, GOAT, at least for the week. One more time in slow-mo. Yeah, that's pretty impressive, bro. Nice job.
That's the play of the week, and that is 49ers Sac-Hi Sports for this week. Thank you so much for tuning in with us tonight. I am Aubrey Tolliver.
And I'm Robert Bronstein. Please join us next week when we have our best of end of the season show with some of the great plays and feature stories we ran this past fall. We'll see you then. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.